I got a two-part question for you. How you feel about Dwyane Wade allowing his son to identify as a female, and how you feel about Dwyane Wade wearing fingernail polish? And if I'm not mistaken, I think he coming out with a fingernail polish line.
That's absolutely astonishingly ridiculous. And I think he swings that way too. His business, but it's a damn disgrace and a shame. As much as we need real men, you sitting up there going along, you don't have to be. Remember what I said about this is the first new faith ever. This new one is the first ever that is not about building character. It's about destroying it. In other words, you don't have to be a man. Being a man is an obligation because the human race depends on you. Literally, if it had not been for human masculinity, we would still be playing sheep and cow, getting eaten by something big with big teeth, big size, and big appetite. See, it's like this. Humans don't walk around naked. We wear clothes, right? So every other animal has something that distinguishes male and female from female, either smell, behavior. One's bigger than the other one. One's got antlers or horns and the other one doesn't. One of them's got a certain kind of build and way of carrying itself. Humans, since we wear clothes because of the way we're set up, your clothes are supposed to reflect what's underneath. Now, if you see people naked, you know what you're looking at. But when they have clothes on, the cultural adaptation matches the physiological reality. So the clothes, the decorations are supposed to match what you are. So nowadays, we've got boys wearing lipstick, rouge, eyeshadow, mascara, hoop earrings, implants, and wearing nail polish. And instead of boys and girls being able to engage in their favorite sport, girl watching if you're a guy, boy watching if you are a girl, nobody looks because you don't know what the hell you're looking at. And like a friend of mine said, look, just out of Atlanta several years ago, he said, Joe, I was in the lounge at the airport. I saw what I thought was the most beautiful woman I'd ever seen in my life. I got up enough nerve to go say something and it turned out to be a boy. So nobody looks anymore, and you're disrupting this human thing where you don't girl watch, you don't boy watch anymore because you don't know what you're looking at. And when somebody sits there and selfishly decides that they're going to destroy, whether or not they realize they're doing it, this human paradigm where boys look a certain way and girls look a certain way, something's wrong. I'm a hunter, and I've been out in woods in a whole lot of places, deep woods, Canada, Alaska, you name it. And you can tell the she-wolves from the male wolves because they move in a feminine fashion. Bear tend to look alike at a distance, but you can see the difference when they move. The girls switch and twitch and the guy, they do this. So you look at birds. The birds have courting rituals, mating dances. Peacocks don't look like peacock hens. So you've got these differences, and then somebody goes along selfishly and messes this whole thing up. It's just disruptive. And we don't teach boys and girls 101 A and B anymore. The kids don't know how to get along with each other, opposite sex. And I know that as a grown person, the hardest thing as an adult, as a mature person to deal with, the hardest thing is dealing with the opposite sex. So you set up a situation where you make it easy so you don't have to, because you can get your gratification otherwise. That's your business. But don't mess it up for the rest of the people. But they're trying to, so now we don't know what to look at, what to trust when we see something, because our eyes are lying to us. You look at someone, oh, wow, and, oh, damn. Oh, man. Like I interviewed that woman that did Take Your Booties to the Pole. Okay, me and Valerie Denise Jones, we do this on Friday. And when we looked it up, at least a third of the people she had in that thing, the person that directed it, they weren't even women. They were trannies. So it's like, what are you looking for here? What are you trying to do? Somewhere along the line, you owe an obligation to the human race. And remember what I said, this is the first faith, the first set of principles, the first religion, so to speak, where it's not about character, it's about anything you want. Now, to clarify that, Buddhism is an ancient and honorable religion, but it has no God. You can have any God you want, or none at all. But it's a faith, and that's the same thing with the rainbow bit. There is no God. You can have any that you want or none at all. It's a system of philosophy. It is a belief system. It is a matter of faith to adhere to it. And that faith pushes no morality, no ethics, no purpose, no right, no wrong. It's get rid of all of the rules, no consequences. And remember what they say in the John Wick franchise. The rules separate us from the animals.
Yo, yo, yo. What's good, gang? You know the name. It's Transition representing Gap Tooth Gains, and I'm back at y'all with another video. Go ahead and hit that like button for me as you come on in. Drop a comment down in the comment section to let me know how you feel about this video. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed, because we're going up. You dig? We on our way to 1,000 subscribers. So if you want to ride with the gang, just hit that subscribe button and don't forget to tap that notification bell. But as you just seen, Judge Joe Brown did not hold back on his thoughts about Dwyane Wade allowing his son to basically transition from Zaya Wade to Zaya Wade. Now, I remember when the story at first broke that they were allowing their child to do that, and a lot of people gave them a lot of scrutiny, including me, right? I don't believe that children should be allowed to change their sex under any circumstances. Kids can't consent to sex. Kids shouldn't be allowed to change their sex. That's my opinion. I'm sticking to it. But there were also dissenting comments around that time of people saying, you know, let that kid be a kid. If the child wants to do it, let him do it. And people were calling Zaya cute. As pictures started coming out, people started calling Dwyane Wade's son cute in full cross-dress gear because, you know, he was still not infantile, but he was prepubescent, right? Well, a little homie hit his growth spurt, okay? So now that he's standing about as tall as his dad, it's not looking so cute, right? Now you looking like a full-grown just man in cross-dress.
Dad for one day, what would you do?
I would not swap lives with my dad for one day.
And what is one quality you share with your dad?
We're both incredibly funny.
What do you want to be famous for?
Being me, being a scientist, looking fabulous. What else? I'm Zaya Wade, and iconic runs in the family.
And I have to agree with Judge Joe Brown in the fact that in these days, a lot of people forget that we're animalistic creatures, right? Like, we're still animals. Although we have a higher consciousness than other animals, we're still animals. We still have that based, raw, animalistic nature about us. You know what I'm saying? So when you see men and women these days, it's almost like men are more feminine and females are more masculine, right? Case in point, back 20 years ago, even 20, 30 years ago, a gangster would be the dude that you'd see full dress, head to toe, you know what I'm saying? Baggy jeans, if anything. All his clothes either fit or damn near too big, right? He quiet, gun on hip, ready to get down for his. He looks menacing, he looks tough, he looks intimidating. That's my point, right? Take today. Today, a gangster is a person you'd see in some skinny jean pants, a pink paisley shirt, some some long flowy dreadlock hair that are probably put in 2 buns like pigtails, with a man purse, with a Glock with a switch in that man purse. That's highly emotional. You know what I'm saying? Everything is just kind of fluid these days. There are no hardcore lines. And Judge Joe Brown comes from a time where men were men. If you look at reports of testosterone throughout the years, it's proven that his generation of men has significantly more testosterone than our generation of men. And I can see why. I mean, his generation of men had to live hard. Our generation of men, it's a lot of soy boys. And I feel like, well, you know what they say, good times create weak men create hard times create good men create... The cycle continues. Y'all know what the hell I'm trying to say. But ultimately, my point is, I agree with Judge Joe Brown, man. I always felt like Dwyane Wade was a little bit sassy. You know what I'm saying? Especially in his retirement of the NBA. He's shown a lot of his sassy proclivities, some of his dressing choices, the nail polish stuff. And I honestly feel like he was living vicariously through his son when he was allowing his son to transition. You know what I'm saying? The mother of that child doesn't agree with any of that's going on. You know, Gabrielle Union isn't the mother of Zaya Wade, so. But she weirdo too, in my opinion. You know, it's a lot of weird stuff going on in Hollywood. But y'all let me know what y'all feel about it down in the comment section, man. Y'all feel like Dwyane Wade a little bit zesty? Y'all feel like he a little zest fest? I don't know, man. Y'all let me know. But that's all I got for y'all in this one. Be sure to check me out on the next one. Don't forget to like me down in the comment section. Like me down in the comment section. Don't forget to like this video, comment down in the comment section, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. And until next time, gang, you know the name. It's Transition representing Gap Tooth Gains. Oh yeah, and don't forget, life isn't about making it from point A to point B. Life is about living in between the gaps. Peace out.
Lane sippers and mean strippers who just all up at the green and it means just fast living. And I'm not one to judge, cause I've been off that mud double cup with no fucks when I pass limits. And who don't like to smoke and get gone off a cone, but it would not get blown unless gas in it. Hold up, we bout to roll up. I got some smoke, keep you up like it's Folgers. Rookies try to hit the cookie, fuck around and throw up. So we drop the hottest pen verse and it blow up. But we got some recognition from a nigga, so what? We be walking down the street, get beeps like they know us. Now bitches in the sheets, but the freak on the meat skis keep grab their feet. Hell yeah, make them toe touch. You know what? I go nuts, but yet I'm steady focused. Probably from the biomass flower, no lotus. I can't even think how many trees we done smoked up. Whatever the number, gonna fuss, you'll need a tow truck. Getting shit across the seas with ease, put a boat up. That's no lie, baby girl, no joking. Shorty said she